This is the Tiger style.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Tiger Style's Tech Weekly News Roundup, where I give you a quick review of some of the more interesting tech news with a focus on cybersecurity that you probably want to keep on your radar. So let's get into it. From the Record by Recorded Future. Apple announces lockdown mode to counter spyware. So recently, Apple has previewed a hardened lockdown mode on Wednesday that's designed to thwart sophisticated attackers, including spyware sold to governments. And they do have a track record with this. I do remember for a long time they were refusing to unlock customer accounts or to give backdoors to customer accounts to the FBI. In that case, I think they did eventually crack and give the FBI access to the particular customer, but they did resist for a long time. So, let's get back to it. While the vast majority of users will never be victims of highly targeted cyber attacks, we will work tirelessly to protect the small number of users who are, Ivan Kristic, Apple's head of security, engineering and architecture, said in a blog post about the upcoming feature, that is. So, lockdown mode will be rolled out this fall with Mac OS Ventura, iOS 16 and iPad OS 16. The mode is optional and will greatly restrict some features, but aims to protect human rights workers and researchers by limiting available attack surface. At launch, Apple says lockdown mode will involve messages. Most message attachment types, other than images, are blocked. Some features like link previews are disabled. Web browsing. Certain complex web technologies like just-in-time JIT JavaScript compilation are disabled unless the user excludes a trusted site from lockdown mode. Apple services. Incoming invitations and service requests, including FaceTime calls, are blocked if the user has not previously sent the initiator a call or request. That's pretty handy actually, I think. When it comes to wired connections with a computer or accessory, those are blocked as well when iPhone is in lockdown mode. And configuration profiles cannot be installed while lockdown mode is active. And the device cannot enroll into mobile device management while lockdown mode is turned on. So those are some pretty handy features. I do particularly like the profiles and wired connections, so people can't just plug in or sneak in through an MDM. I like that. The company has also announced it will pay out up to $2 million to researchers who report qualifying findings in lockdown mode through its bug bounty program. The highest maximum bounty payout in the industry. Pretty lucrative. You know, they do offer, not only Apple, but a lot of these tech firms will offer big bug bounties because they have to honestly compete against the criminals that are also hunting those bugs. So, a growing problem. For years, researchers have warned about off-the-shelf hacking tools developed by private companies and sold to governments to target human rights defenders, members of the media, and political opponents. including attacks that could compromise victims' devices without them even clicking on anything. And if you want to see examples of that, I've just recorded some footage of some hacking examples, so keep an eye out for my tech tutorials to see how that works. Last September, University of Toronto's Citizen Lab reported on one such zero-click attack targeting Apple devices. Researchers dubbed, all caps, forced entry. I won't yell like a boomer for that. Coordinating disclosure with the company's release of a patch for the underlying vulnerability. The next month, Apple filed a lawsuit against NSO Group, developer of the Pegasus hacking tool researchers identified as using the exploit. And it announced it would contribute $10 million along with any damages rewarded from that suit to research and other efforts to fend off such cyber weapons. The company also shared details about how that funding would be distributed Wednesday, saying it expected grants to be dispersed starting later this year via Dignity and Justice Fund, a philanthropic vehicle advised by the Ford Foundation. Apple also announced a technical advisory committee for the fund's work related to cyber weapons, including Citizen Lab Director Ron Debert. Access Now's Daniel Bedoya Arroyo, Amnesty International's Rasha Abdul Rahim, The Engine Room's Paola Mosso, and Christic. So there you have it. Apple getting pretty serious on battling against spyware. We all know it's a constant battle and hacking is always going to be an issue. The only problem I see with this is Apple being proprietary as they are. The source code will never be open, so there's pluses and minuses to that. But as long as it's not open source, you will never know for sure exactly how safe you are.
He is so strong. Your skill will be useless against him. I think you should learn my crane-style boxing.
Now don't start. Don't underestimate Tiger Kung Fu.
Tiger style's unbeatable.